Do you know what major sporting event is going on right now?
Women's World Cup.
Are you following it?
No, not personally.
The only thing I know is the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, exactly, the Women's World Cup. Have you been following along and watching?
When I'm having insomnia, yeah.
You have insomnia?
Yeah, you know, the games come on so late.
Do you know what sporting event is currently going on?
No, I don't.
So it's the Women's World Cup.
Okay.
What sport's going on where?
There's a huge sporting event that's currently going on.
Women's football?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, you got it right.
The U.S. women's team only won one of their first 3 games, and former team captain Carly Lloyd criticized the women's team for their mentality. She said that they appear to be more focused on off-field issues than actually winning games.
There's just a lot of off-the-field things that are happening. I'm just seeing a very lackluster, uninspiring, taking it for granted, where winning and training and doing all that you can to be the best possible individual player is not happening.
Do you think it's more important that the team should focus on on-field issues or off the field?
On field, for sure. I mean, because they're a sports team. They play on the field. That's what they're supposed to do.
There's a lot to be said for athletes taking a bit of a stand on things outside of sport. And they're figures as much as politicians are figures or people that read the news are figures. So there's a balance to be had, but I don't think that they should abandon everything from that point of view. They're role models, after all.
Ex-captain Carly Lloyd actually explained that the current players aren't as focused as they should be. They're focused on issues outside of the field, like social issues and different causes like LGBTQ rights and equal pay for women. Do you think that they should be more focused on the game, or it's okay to discuss these issues?
I definitely think that it should be more focused on the game. These athletes, like if you're an athlete, like that's your job, and in any other like workplace you would be, you're employed to focus on your job and to do it well. So I think that it totally makes sense for the athletes to focus on the game, and then like in their personal life and time they can, be an activist for whatever, but as athletes you should work on being a good athlete.
They're being pulled a lot of different ways. And then with the, the LGBTQ, all that, that's equal pay they should as well have equal pay, I think, just as well as the men do. So, it's just a lot of responsibility. It's a new team. It's a younger team. So I think it's just a generation thing.
They're through to the knockout stages, and now it is all about winning the next game. So I think you judge a team when you see how they progress, but they should be able to speak about issues.
I think once they're in the game, they should be really focused on the game.
For that women's team, I think there are a lot of bigger social issues that, a big success with those issues is probably bigger than a big success on the field in terms of women as a whole.
Maybe it doesn't matter if they win the World Cup this year as long as they accomplish what they're trying to get done off the field.
I completely agree. If what they're trying to accomplish off the field gets done, I think winning the World Cup should be, second.
I mean, I think you should try to win if you can, regardless of the off-field issues.
Yeah, so like if you were on the team, you think like your main focus would be like winning?
Yeah.
Do you think it's less important to focus on the World Cup versus the social issues?
I think you've got to focus. You're a team event. You want to do well when you're there in the World Cup, but I think you've got a platform, so you should use it.
The U.S. women's team has won the last 2 World Cups, so there is a sense that maybe it's not as important for them to win a 3rd one in a row. Maybe it's more important that they push these social issues.
I would think so. The sport's going to be there, and these issues are going to be here as well. But there's a human aspect that needs to be taken care of, and I think that's a good thing they're doing.
There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and I think that that's a fine line of where is the direction going with that. It's okay to be confident, but you never want to cross that line of being arrogant, and this is exactly what can come and bite you.
As an athlete, like your job is to win the World Cup, so you should try and do that first. And then, winning the World Cup could give you more of a platform.
Without the sporting success, would their message be heard as much? I think part of how their message comes across is developed from the basis of their sporting success. So, again, I think there's a balance to be had. But if they weren't winning, would people listen as much?